KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. But they're looking for...
And this is caught at the 20. And they're going to have this way down deep in Denver territory. Mahomes finding Hill for a big play. 58 yards.
First and 10 at the 17-yard line.
Throwing on first down is Mahomes. Caught, Kelsey, left side. And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds.
That's a nice job of working his way open down in the red zone. Looked that one in and then made a beeline for the pylon. He didn't quite get there, and you want to give him a little extra for the effort. But instead, he sets his guys up in excellent shape with a first and goal.
So it's first and goal and a great opportunity to get that lead back before the break. They'll try and run. This is Williams. And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. Darrell Williams, his third touchdown now on the year. And the Chiefs have tied it, and they can take the lead with the extra point. Extra point by Butker is on target. And with it, his guys take the lead here by a point. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. Hamler now to return it. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And Charles, the way touchdowns have come so fast and furious for both sides in this thing, it's starting to feel a little bit more like maybe a tennis match in a football game.
Yeah, I like your description there. Maybe we're sitting in a nice royal box watching this type of a game. But let's face it, right now...
It's caught inside the 25. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. Courtland Sutton, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Broncos have once again taken the lead. These two teams in this first half, it's been fun. Back and forth, back and forth. Well, it's not fun for the defensive coordinators, but offensive coordinators are enjoying it.
Yeah, they're having streaks here, aren't they? Being able to put scores together and really bunch them up, and we have a tight game here. You know, we often talk about having the right shoes for the right turf. Today it's track shoes, because that's what we've seen with these offenses.
Yeah, it's been an absolute track meet so far, and fun to watch. And that is knocked away in the middle of the field and incomplete. Popular down near the goal line, quick slant. Nice job there to get in, knock it away.
It was. One of the other things you're concerned about when you throw that route is to make sure your offensive linemen use their leverage to get the hands of the defensive front down so you can throw it through that little bit of crowd and get it to the receiver. In this event, they did, but a nice play by the defender knocking it away.
Pringle going to stay in the end zone, and this will come out to the 25. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And we are hitting the home stretch here toward halftime. And to this point, this has been an exciting offensive explosion for both sides. They've got his man complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. It's a big play there for the Chiefs.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
Taking a deep shot here for Hardman. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Justin Simmons. And the Broncos are going to take over once again at their own 25-yard line. Well, he's certainly not been afraid to take some chances downfield. Now, look, it's paid off for him a couple of times. That time, not so fortunate.
And that's where I want to start, what you said. It's paid off a couple of times. So his aggressiveness has been good for his offense for the most part. So he throws an interception there. No one likes that, but I would not rein him back in. The return on investment thus far has been pretty good. 2 touchdowns to 1 interception.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. McDonald. Finding some room at midfield. And he's got it across the 50 to the 47-yard line. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. Play action. It's McDonald. And he will find his man Sutton. That's complete. And he will go out right near the 35-yard line. And Charles, with that completion, I'm told that puts him now over 3,000 yards passing on the campaign.
And Brandon, I think we have to start to think about where we are in the season, because right now 4,000 is not out of the question. I think a big game or two, he's certainly capable of getting that done.
Here's McDonald off of the play fake. That's caught left side by Judy. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half. Again, he'll drop to throw. And that is caught. Touchdown, Denver. Tim Patrick, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Broncos will extend their lead. McManus now for the extra point. And this one gives his guys a 12-point lead.
Makes the score Broncos 33, Chiefs 21. Brandon McManus to kick off for Denver.
After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And we'll see how aggressive they want to be in these final stages before the half. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
56, Mike, 56, right there, 56.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Mahomes. Catch is made by Hardman. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. So the big play moves them all the way across midfield to the 40 now for 1st and 10. Play action. Now it's Mahomes. He'll swing this one out to Edwards-Helaire. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. Coming up on a 2nd and 6. They go play fake. Mahomes. And the Broncos get there and take him down. So we've reached halftime in a wild first half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath as we'll head down to Orlando. That's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
With both of these offenses having their way, it's not likely they'll need to be doing a whole lot at halftime. But the defenses are definitely in need of some adjusting. And for the call of the second half, let's go back out to Brandon and Charles.
Yeah, Coach, certainly no shortage of action in those first 2 quarters. Definitely got to work on my touchdown calls, so we'll see how much voice I have left for the second half here. Broncos with a lead, and they will be receiving this kickoff here as quarter 3 is underway. A short kick taken at the 18, and a decent return out to the 27-yard line. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Hey, Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more, because I thought in the first half they didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it, but I think these first couple of drives, they'll want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities, and I will guarantee you that those guys were lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime.
And the Broncos first down.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Off play action. McDonald. Outright, this one goes to Patrick. And he'll be stopped right at midfield.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And this is caught by Williams. Yeah, he will go out right near the 35-yard line.
I know that no game in the NFL is ever easy, but they're making it look that way. Everything is being done with such precision. Just on this drive alone, 3 plays, 3 first downs. If you're on defense, you're scrambling, looking at each other, trying to figure out how are we going to slow these guys down.
He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And the pass is caught. Touchdown, Denver. Jerry Jeudy. Jerry Jeudy hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Broncos will add on to their lead. And it's no good. It has not been his day. That's the 2nd extra point he's missed so far. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. Pringle going to stay in the end zone, and this will come out to the 25. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. On play action, it's Mahomes. Taking a deep shot here for Hardman. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
I'm sure this isn't a novel thought, but maybe run some simpler routes instead of trying to get it all back in one shot. Defense certainly appears to be ready for him. Try and get it back little by little instead of in big chunks.
Following the incomplete pass, here they go again. 2nd and 10 from the 25. To throw, it's Mahomes. Taking a deep shot here for Hardman. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. It's a big play there for the Chiefs. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Looking to throw is Mahomes. Complete, the tight end Kelsey. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he was unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Mahomes completes it to Hardman. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. Oh, this is intercepted, intended for Hill. Picked off by Kyle Fuller. And the Broncos are in great shape here as they take over at their 46-yard line. With the points that we've seen scored, neither defense has been at their best, but these guys, they've been a little bit better, Charles, and a nice interception there.
Yeah, you're right about that, Brandon. Let's face it. It's not always how you start, it's how you finish, right? So maybe you have a rough game all the way along, but if you make a big play like that at the right time, it can make everything turn out just okay.
And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down.
Not a lot of running room there, not a place to make a cut and kind of exit out because they had everything bottled up. Looked to me like the linemen were taking on their blocks really well and giving up no creases.
Williams going to get it again on 2nd down. And he'll take it across the 50 and into Chief territory. 55 rushing yards rushing for him now as his fine rookie season continues.
And it's 3rd down.
Off the play fake. McDonald. And he's taken down. A Chiefs sack. Chris Jones drops him for a loss of 14 yards, and it also brings up 4th down. Here's Sam Martin now. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the 3rd. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. And that'll hit in the end zone. Much too much leg there. That'll be a touchback. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
They go play action. Now Mahomes. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. Picked off by Bryce Callahan. And he's able to get it back to right around the 27. He's at it again, Charles. He had the pick six last week. Not a pick six here, but an interception.
It's another Oski, because that's the word we use when we intercept a pass. Oski tells your team to rally around and block for you. Well, that worked really well last week because he made it all the way to the end zone. This week he got the Oski, maybe not a touchdown, but boy, he's playing really well.
Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. On first down, McDonald. Going right side here, and that's complete.
And the Broncos are going to be looking at 1st and goal as they move this down to the 4-yard line. Well, normally you might say start running the football. You've got the lead here in the 4th quarter, but the way that they've passed it with such success, I don't know, maybe keep throwing it.
Yeah, I think you brought up something that goes against conventional wisdom, right? In this stage of the game, you would think you would switch to a running attack, but you're exactly right. They've thrown it so well throughout the game, and trusting this quarterback, I think he continued to do so.
That's going to set him back 5 yards. The delay of game, a costly one, as they're backed up 5 for 1st and goal. Following the penalty, it's Williams. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the 4th quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
Moved back to the 10. They'll try on 2nd and goal here. Looking to throw. McDonald.
This one swung out to Williams.
Touchdown, Broncos.
Javonte Williams.
He scored on the ground and through the air.
And the Broncos add on to their lead, and they are also closing in on a 5th straight victory.
Now McManus to tack on the extra point. Can you believe it? He misses another one, his 3rd so far. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss.
Pringle going to stay in the end zone, and this will come out to the 25.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive.
They were coming off the extra week of rest, but this team started sluggish, and it really didn't get any better from there, and trailing big here in this 4th quarter.
Now a deep ball here, hauled in just past the 50. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield.
First and 10 at the 46-yard line.
56, Mike, 56, right there.
Mahomes now on first down.
Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. I want to go back to something you said in the first quarter about winning.
Is it a positive?
It is a positive.
Okay.
About winning the turnover battle. As a visiting team, as an underdog, you were right. They've done just that, and look where it's gotten them.
It's part of the formula. When you go on the road, as you mentioned, being an underdog, winning the turnover battle is a big key, and this one's playing out in this one.
Mahomes' throw caught by his receiver, Hill. And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 26. That's what we're used to seeing from him right there. Plays like that, why he's number 4 in the league in terms of receiving yardage.
Able to make adjustments all along the way. Doesn't matter where he lines up, where he releases from. Working his way into the secondary, figures out defenses and finds weak spots in order to get open.
Throw left side is complete on the diving effort. Defensively here, you've got the cushion, but back-to-back pretty big pass plays there. Bend but don't break, but are they bending too much?
I think that they are. To me, it'd be like playing basketball, and you put up a token press. Make sure you get up there and make them eat up some time. Make it a little bit of resistance so they can't just run it right down your throat.
That's out to Hill, right side complete. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Like 22. I got you. Like 22, he's coming. 22's coming. Next play.
Now it's Mahomes again. He's got it. And in for the Chiefs touchdown. Mecole Hardman from 6 yards away. And the Chiefs are able to draw a bit closer. Well, yes, that's his 3rd touchdown catch, which is very impressive, but on the scoreboard, they're still struggling.
So safe to say that without him, my goodness, yikes, they are in major league trouble. He's doing his best to try and keep them in the game.
Now Mahomes to the line as the Chiefs are going to go for the 2-point try. Mahomes will throw for it. Back of the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. Hamler now to return it. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And this one has gone pretty well to form. They've come in, had little problem thus far, and now they'll try to polish things off in the 4th. Fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports.
At the 21-yard line.
So it's Bronco football as we get you reset here. And no doubt what they're looking to do is just salt away the final couple of minutes and escape with a win. And that is incomplete.
Oftentimes when you're losing a game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion.
Here's McDonald to throw. This will be caught. Judy breaks the tackle. Now with Alley. 30, 10, 5, and all the way home for a Broncos score. Jerry Judy
79 yards.
And the Broncos are closing in on a 9th victory on the year as they extend their lead.
McManus's point after is good, and they open the lead up now to 25. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away.
Pringle going to stay in the end zone, and this will come out to the 25. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. Remember, they have won 3 straight, but getting to 4 straight does not appear to be in the cards as they are in a big fourth-quarter hole.
Hill diving, and he's got it full extension. What a catch.
Well, this game is certainly pretty well over. They go ahead and mark it in the win column. But as a defense, they don't want to get so soft now that everybody just throws the ball all over the place against them, gets big yardage, and puts points on the board. They have pride, too, on that side of the ball.
He's got a man. Complete. Touchdown. Nicole Hardman, 56 yards. And the Chiefs are able to cut into this lead. And let's count them up now. 1, 2, 3, 4 touchdown receptions for him in this game.
And just one shy of the NFL record. What a great performance. Going up and catching the football, creating space, and finding the end.
And now the pressure gets there, and he goes down. So he couldn't get rid of the football, and that deficit stays right where it is. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. Short kick. One of the up mid will take it now.
Yeah, they'll be set up pretty nicely here as they have it up to the 35-yard line. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And it's looking all the more likely that a 5th straight win is going to be in the cards. They'll try to run some time here with a 1st and 10.
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, from an offensive perspective, that was a tough run because he only picked up 3 yards. But let's flip it over to the defensive side. They now have the advantage. 3 3-yard gains. That means they're punting the ball likely on 4th down. That's what you're looking for when you're playing defense.
And he'll get this all the way down to the Chiefs' 32-yard line. The Chiefs now going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go in the game. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Now a man who's been busy this afternoon, it's Williams.
109 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
All right, I got to ask you, with these RPOs, essentially the quarterback has 3 options, right? So what's different from that versus the triple option that we see the service academies run at the college level?
As a general rule, the triple option at the college level, most things are called outside of the quarterback faking it to the runner and then keeping it himself and maybe having a trail back. What I mean is, in the NFL, that option to throw the football all comes about organically. It's a natural deal based on reads. In college, if you're going to throw the football off a triple option, you've actually called that play.
Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for the Broncos, they continue to make their case for the playoffs as they move to 9-3. And they'll return home next week to take on the Detroit Lions. Meanwhile, for the Chiefs, they fall to 6-6 now on the campaign. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week.